Hi everyone, I am Manopriya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Kamadina Arts and Science College, Satyamangalam. In this presentation, let us learn about the short story At the Church Door. It was written by Manopriya Asst. First, let's see the author introduction. He was a 19th century French author. He is also a novelist, poet, a short story writer. He was born on 5th August 1850. He died on 6th July 1893. Ball of Felt and the Necklace are regarded as his best works. He is also known as the father of modern short stories. Let's see the characters of the short stories. First, Wheelwright. Next, his wife. Third, his child, the Jean. Next, the innkeeper, old man who sprinkled holy water in churches. Next, a young woman and her grandmother. Let's move on to the summary of the short story. A wheelwright lives in the entrance of the village. He married a farmer's daughter. They live a happy life, but they have one worry that they had no children. A son born after a long time. They named him as Jean. On one day, Jean was slipped out of his house at the age 5. His father found him sitting near the circus among the trained pigs. 3 days later, Jean was missing again during the dinner time. They searched everywhere but couldn't find him. They sold their house and set out for Jean. They searched everywhere and questioned everyone in the town, but no one knew about Jean. One day, an innkeeper told him that someone lost their daughter and found her in Paris. The wheelwright and his wife left for Paris. Every Sunday, they spent time in front of the churches to watch the crowd. 15 years passed. They visited every square and street. An old man who sprinkled holy water in the churches became their friend. He suddenly became ill and passed away. The priest appointed the wheelwright in his place. One day, 2 ladies and a young man came to visit the church. The wheelwright's wife said that the young man resembled the young wheelwright. One day, while sprinkling the holy water, the wheelwright cried, "Jean." The young man looked up closely at Wheelwright and replied, "Father Perry and Mother Jenny." The Jean recognized him as soon as he saw him. The Jean took them to their houses. He narrated how he was kidnapped by the circus people and how the old lady adopted him. He provided the good foods and education to them and appointed him as their head. He also introduced the young lady as his fiancée. She was a beautiful lady. The theme of the short story is hope, parents' love, humanism, sorrows and suffering. Hope. Even though the parents don't know when they will see their child and whether they will see their child, they still hope and search him for everywhere. The parents' love. They have a own house in the village, but they sold the house and sacrificed everything and traveled to many countries and spent their 15 years in the streets, and at last they found their child. Humanism. The old lady didn't know anything about the child, but she adopted the child and took care of him and provided good food, education, and dressed him in a male manner. The sorrows and sufferings. The parents suffered a lot in front of churches and in other places, but still they hoped to find their child. At the church door. The church door resembles here a way to the new life. I hope this presentation will be helpful to you. Thank you everyone.